Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Upload, Season 2, Episode 7.
Download.
That's kind of what happened.
Basically, they need Nathan to have his real body back because he has to do a retinal scan in order to kind of like reverse all of this weird political stuff.
The Freon coding is based on the coding he was doing, so he knows stuff about it. He built
a backdoor in, but it's like the eyes in Upload are like owned by Horizon.
So it just said like the blue. It just was the part label.
Blue eye package by Horizon. So
they need to, he needs to be in his actual body so that he can get the retinal scan, so he can get in and fix it somehow. Yeah. Several things are happening. He is unawares that his mother is in the process of trying to upload into Freon.
Yeah.
She's not taking Navia.
Right. I don't know why. Who's going to care for her? I didn't think she had anybody else.
I think we're insurers to the hierarchy of the Brown family.
I'm a little unclear.
And then he had to, he broke up with Ingrid. This baby plot came to a head.
They really hit me sideways with the Mpreg. They just went full hog.
That is one of your least favorite.
Okay. It was also, in the parlance, untagged. I did not see it coming. And so it happened, and I was like, ugh.
Well, it was news to him as well.
It was news to him as well. So he basically is like, no, I'm not doing that. And Ingrid is like, I'm not doing it. And so then, in order to try to like still convince him somehow, she was like, well, it's okay because I've like got your body and we'll download you and we'll be together.
Even though the last person who tried that head exploded.
And they've successfully done it with some pigeons.
They said this in like the first episode. They probably should have started with like a less complex animal.
Yeah.
And so they have currently gotten 700 of the like, No,
it was like 85.
It was like 80 of the 700 pigeons have survived, and like 40 of those 85 have even made it 24 hours.
No, 400 total have made it 24 hours. 85 or however are still alive.
But it was something but have made it to the 24 hours, meaning that they are still exploding.
Yeah.
But they think they've got this because basically they determined 24 hours is enough for him to do what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So the assumption is that they can still re-upload him. However, we don't know.
I would assume
it's still a risk.
Yeah. But the other thing, he basically once Ingrid tells him that like, well, we can download you and then we'll still be together. And he was like, you're dead. And she's like, second surprise, I'm not dead either. And that was the last straw. And he was like, oh, I don't owe you shit.
He was like, oh, great. You just set this free.
You're like, it made it so much easier.
I didn't love this arc for Ingrid. It's not terrible, but it feels
going full villain now at the end.
Not antagonistic though, because it's she's basically
full bonkers.
Yeah, so it's like because she basically they have this plan. Mateo and Ivan are helping, and
actually so is Pastor Rob, kind of. Well, one of Pastor Rob's disciples,
Aisha's helping.
Went with.
Or no,
Aisha,
that was not her name.
Was her name.
Rejoice.
Yes.
Rejoice is helping. So they made their way to the like bio bunker or whatever where they're growing the bodies. And Ingrid was there. And they were able to talk her into doing the right thing. Although, because that's where, when you said full villain, I was afraid she was going to go full villain. Because I'm like, because she could have pulled the plug on him easy. Because I was like, she's got a spare somewhere.
Yeah.
And it turns out she doesn't have a spare, but she has access to DNA.
So I'm worried what we're going to do is that she's going to raise the clone like a baby of this man she's in love with. There's an Eva Green movie. That's and a Nicole Kidman movie. That's sort of what I am worried for now.
I didn't even go there. Oh my God. Okay, so then in that case, I'm kind of for it. It's at least the swing.
It's absolutely.
I was hoping they were just going to redeem her, but I mean, at least just like do something.
Yeah.
Just not the same thing.
Sure. Also,
because they threatened us with redemption and then kind of fell back into the same thing.
I do feel like if they go the like Eva Green, Nicole Kidman route, someone will stop her before it's like done.
One would think. So he did download, and they're on the Hyperloop to New York to do their plan. And he and Nora actually got to hug and kiss and shmoosh. Mouth noises.
And she's wearing his shirt the next time we check in. So
there was only one bed.
Yeah.
So that was to make up for the impreg.
Okay. And an untagged only one bed too. That's when you don't know what's coming. It's
so you even out. Yeah. We did forget to say that he did have he was meant to have like a sleepover with Josh or Luke.
Oh,
Why do I think his name is Josh?
I don't know.
I've done it so many times.
Even the actor's name is Kevin.
Yeah. He had a sleepover with Luke, and he told Luke that he might not be coming back, and it was Luke. Well, because I thought it was really weird when he was playing Flow Rida, or when that started playing in the episode, and I was like, this show hasn't really been pulling out pop hits, and also I was like, because it was Welcome to My House, I was like, this is a few years old. And then when we realized that it was diegetic.
Yeah, is that in there. Luke was playing it to welcome.
And I was like, okay, that checks.
And Nathan was like, I've been here a lot. Like
they were there the day before. Yeah. And so when he tells Luke that he's downloading, he switched to Mariah Carey. I
can't live.
I call it Ken Lee because of that video. I can't actually remember the title of the song.
I don't know the title of the song,
but If Living Is Without You. And we did see he managed to pull through, but we did see that he is still not exactly standing vigil, but he has laid out a bed for just in case Nathan comes back, returns. And then Tinsley, I love the trope. We don't see it a ton with guys. I think that's part of why I find it so interesting. But I do love the trope that everybody's in love with him.
Yeah.
Because the first thing Tinsley does every day is check in on him to see how he's doing. And she realizes she can't find him. So Bhatia tells her to just reboot from the last save.
Yeah. Which I think is part of the reason why his nose starts bleeding.
Well, so I was like, is that gonna... So is what I couldn't figure out was I thought, is that just going to create like a second Nathan? Or is it going to somehow pull his consciousness back into Lakeview?
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. That would be really interesting.
Because that's where I'm getting hung up as to the jump from reality to Lakeview.
Sure.
Is it the same consciousness or is it a duplicate?
Well, I think that's what we're getting into now.
So I might have jumped the gun with that with that plot.
Could be.
But his nose was bleeding, and that's where this motherfucker had the audacity to end.
I'm feeling a lot of Santa Clarita Diet feelings.
I understand that shifting landscapes and like there's streaming this and there's so many options and content, but we have to level out somewhere.
Yeah.
Like we can't just spend the rest of eternity watching one or two unfinished seasons of brilliant shows to just have them evaporate like cotton candy in a raccoon's hands in a puddle.
Because I just can't go back and rewatch Santa Clarita Diet now because the beginning makes me sad because I know about the end.
I could, but the thing is I've kind of forgotten the end. I remember that it was cliffhanger and I remember the nature of the cliffhanger, but the urgency has faded away.
Okay, that's fair.
But I would get to it and then be livid. So it's like somewhere one of these companies, they need to implement a fail-safe. We need to start contracting shows differently so that if they do pull the plug, they need an option for like a wrap-up.
Yeah.
Like they need to start putting that in like
one more hour-long episode, like,
or even just like at the very least, like a table read, or like I would even watch like an animatic. I don't know. They need to explain. They need to finish the story. They need to finish the goddamn story. For the entirety of human history, we've told stories that have had endings.
You're killing me.
There's a way around this. I'm starting to think of corporations controlling every facet of our being.
What?
That they now control the art too is just, it's a step too far.
Yeah.
It's what makes us human. Can you hear the people sing the song of angry men? We just like the types of shows that we like we're constant because we can't even enjoy it because we're just like at any minute this is going to be torn from my hands. Because we just went through this with The Great on Hulu, which did get
it. Yeah.
But it's like, for what? A year and a half from now, for one day, we'll be happy binging the show to do this all over again?
I'm on your
team. You didn't see it happening here that I was going to have a full-blown existential breakdown in the season 2 finale of Upload.
This is when all of our gripes come out, starting from the demise of Pushing Daisies, leading all the way up to the Society and beyond.
Where's Grosse Pointe?
Oh, yeah. You still have it up there, yeah.
So.
Kings.
GCB. That's where we leave off.
Yeah, Alicia is getting a new apartment, and she is also going full corporate with Lucy.
She has signed that contract with the devil.
Okay, but she was making a face at the end. When Lucy walked away, she made a face at the end.
I just played it off as comedy that it was Lucy's a lot, but you're right. She was making a face that could, I think, be interpreted as something. Sort of plan.
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to take down the machine from inside the machine.
Who knows?
She has that energy.
That apartment is pretty dope.
It was
like nice.
Oh God, I actually fucking love Lucy, but she was just like, "Oh, is this the first time you've ever been in a lower luxury apartment?" And then Rachel's soul, like what was remaining in her body, just sort of evaporated.
What remained of Rachel's soul after Pam Anderson Day at work swiftly exited her body,
like a butterfly in the winds of a Bob's Burgers wedding. Who's still watching? If you're still, we want to know if you've clicked on this video and you are still watching this video, leave a comment.
Leave a comment right now and say, I was still watching.
Just so we know that this isn't all in vain.
Who exactly is our audience? If you comment, it's you. For better and worse.
It's midnight. The time's
changing.
It is.
I'm so tired.
So on that note, are you unsatisfied with that ending?
Same.
Join the club.
Hard same.
So, okay. Well, let us know, as we said, like and subscribe, please share, comment, boost, donate, all of the stuff. We love it.
Yep.
We love you. And hopefully we'll see you again in like a year and a half for a single day of joy.
A beautiful day in the future. Sun's shining a little brighter.
You'll know we made it.
It's so punchy.